Hey guys, my name is Mr. Marcus White, and I am one of the hosts on the comments section. Can you believe that we are finally at the end of January? I swear it feels like we've been in 2025 for 2 months already, right? And let's be real, the cold weather doesn't help. This is exactly why I hate January. It's too damn fucking cold. Especially here in New York, where it's been 20 degrees or lower for the past 2 weeks and snowing every fucking day. And I'm over it. Really am over it. But to all the people who hate winter, like myself, February is a very, very short month. And March will be here before you know it. And we all know what March brings. March brings spring. So, yeah, I'm just excited to finally get out of January. It's been a long, is it 4 or 5 weeks this month? I think January had 5 weeks. It's been a long 5 fucking weeks. So, yeah, we're finally out of it. Today's the last day, thank God. So, 3 weeks in February, then we have 2 weeks in March until spring. So we're almost there, baby. Can't wait. Oh my God, how terrible was it that plane crashed on Wednesday night in DC? It's absolutely heartbreaking. Over 60 people lost their lives in that crash. So if you don't know, a commercial airline was heading to the DC airport when it was struck by a Black Hawk helicopter, which caused both vehicles to crash into the Potomac River. Now, 60 people lost their lives, including members of a figure skating community who was returning from a national training camp. It's just really sad, and we're still trying to figure out what happened, so the details are still unfolding, but something clearly went wrong on the helicopter side, considering that the helicopter crashed into the plane midway. Like, they're saying that the helicopter, split the plane in two, and it caused, like I said, both vehicles to fall into the Potomac River. But this is the kind of accident that should never have even happened. Like, I thought that there were things with the aviation team or the people in the watchtower, I don't know what they're called, to prevent. And I also was looking on the news, and they were saying that planes have a detection, like a little, I don't know, I'm lost at words. This is why I need JT on this show, because he helps fill in the blanks when I'm lost at words. But there's some type of radar on these airplanes that detects if another airplane is too close to them, and it tells them to pull up or pull down or make a left or make a right to avoid a collision. And so the news is saying that both vehicles, the commercial American airline and the helicopter, both should have had the radars sounding off that there was going to be some type of collision. And they're also saying that the airplane, the American airline, that's the flight that the helicopter crashed. They're saying that the American airline was trying to rise above the helicopter because the pilots might have saw the helicopter, the helicopter about to hit them. So the airplane was trying to rise above it, but it was too late. But could you imagine, about to land and then you're struck? Oh, just heartbreaking. Like I said, 67, all passengers, including the crew, were killed, and the crew in the helicopter as well. There's 4 people in the helicopter, and they were military people. And I heard, I'm not sure if this is true, but allegedly, what I read on Twitter, I can't take, that as a factual website, but what I read is that the helicopter was trained, they were training, new military people how to fly the helicopter. Why do it that late at night? That should be like a daytime thing, right? Right? And then your stupid fucking president had the audacity to blame the crash on diversity. Yes, you heard that right, diversity. Take a look at this video. I have the video. Take a look.
Point out that various articles that appeared prior to my entering office, and here's one. The FAA's diversity push includes focus on hiring people with severe intellectual and psychiatric disabilities. That is amazing. And then it says FAA says people with severe disabilities are most underrepresented segment of the workforce, and they want them in, and they can be air traffic controllers. I don't think so. This was in January 14th, so that was a week before I entered office. They put a big push to put diversity into the FAA's program.
All right, I know. I really didn't want to be talking about Trump in the first 3 minutes of the show, but it's really disgusting that a man that is supposed to be running this country is blaming diversity for that tragedy. Like, this is hands down one of the most ignorant things a so-called leader could say. And by the way, Trump, you are part of DEI. Let me remind you, you are a convicted felon. That puts you under the E in DEI, you fucking idiot. Hello? Like, you're so worried about getting rid of DEI. You are DEI now. You got convicted a couple weeks ago. So guess what that makes you? Fucking jerk. And then, when a reporter asked him if he planned to visit the crash, he had the smartest, sassiest response. He was like, "This site is in the water. Do you expect me to go swimming?" Like, are you kidding me, sir? I also have that video. Take a look.
Do you have a plan to go visit the site or meet with any of the first responders?
I have a plan to visit, not the site, because you tell me, what's the site? The water?
Or to meet with the first responders down there?
I don't have a plan to do that, but I will be meeting with some people that were very badly hurt with their family member, obviously, but I'll be meeting with some of the families, yeah.
All right, I won't lie. That actually did make me laugh. But you fucking dumb orangutan. You know what she meant by that. You know what that reporter meant. Like, why are you being nasty for no reason? So usually when tragedy happens, the president will go visit the site that it happened. For that shooter who shot up the grocery store in Buffalo, the president came to Buffalo and they went to that grocery store. So like I said, they go to the site where the tragedy happened. So fucking Trump, you could get on a boat and actually float, on the water where they crashed. You don't have to, that response wasn't necessary. I just can't believe that you all actually voted for that ugly, fat, ignorant, fat bitch. I really can't. Like, I'm so pissed about that. But you know what? Let's move on. I don't want to talk about Trump. But prayers to all the victims, to the families, to everyone who was affected, by that crash on Wednesday night. It's just really sad. It's really sad. And it's scary too, because you all know I hate flying. And I actually have to fly out of that airport, out of that DC or airport on that same airline in a couple weeks. And that airport is really small. And you have to fly over that river, that Potomac River. I think it's also the Chesapeake River as well. And you have to land. It's just scary. So, but yeah, prayers to everyone who had passed away on that airline. Really, really sad. But moving along. Thank you, Melissa Gorga. Melissa, I can't believe how fast this came. Like, I felt like you just asked me for my address a couple of days ago. Like, you had to expedite this. Like, it came so quick. So, Melissa Gorga reached out to me and asked me if I want to try her sprinkle cookies, and she sent me the Valentine edition. So, I thought it'd be fun to do like a test taste right here on the show and let you guys know how it tastes, because I know you all are curious. So, here is the box that it came in. It came with this card as well. So it's a really cute picture of you, Melissa. The little, she has like a little saying on the back of it. It just says, "I'm so excited to share with you Sprinkle by MG. I launched my own version of my favorite sprinkle cookie. Hope you love them as much as I do. Enjoy and feel free to post. Melissa Gorga XOXO." Really sweet. So you all know the origin of the sprinkle cookies. On season 3 of Real Housewives of New Jersey, Teresa said that Melissa brought sprinkle cookies to her house and she threw them in the garbage. And so everyone was just like, why would you throw sprinkle cookies away? So 12 years later, Melissa decided to make her own brand of sprinkle cookies. Melissa, you should have done this a lot sooner, because this is actually a really, really good, it's really smart to do that, to venture off and make your own sprinkle cookies. But you know what? I'm excited to taste this. I really am excited to taste this. So let me unwrap the box. All right. How do you open this fucking thing? Oh, you slide it. Oh, it's a slide. You don't open it. You slide. Do you slide it? Oh my God. I can't fucking open it. Melissa, what the? Okay, hold on. Wait, do you open it? Oh, you do open it. Oh, I'm slow. All right. You open it. So there's like a little magnet. So you open. All right. Ooh. How many in here, by the way? How many? It doesn't say how many's in here, but it looks like it's a lot in here. Sorry, I'm trying to show you, open it and show you guys at the same time. All right, let me taste it. All right. They're good. Yeah, like a cookie. Yeah. And the funny part is, I'm a really picky sweet person. Like I only like vanilla. I hate chocolate. I hate caramel, strawberries. Like if it's not vanilla, I'm not interested. So sugar cookies are my favorite, and sprinkle cookies. So it tastes like a sugar cookie. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's sweet. I mean, I can probably like eat all these cookies within a month because I'm not going to eat it. This is too much sugar for me. But yeah, it's a really cute. It's really good. Yeah, it's really good, Melissa. Really sweet too. Got crumbs on my lips. Yeah, and it's a cute little box. All right, Melissa, you did a thing. You did a thing with these cookies, right? So, Sprinkle Cookies by Melissa Gorga. This is it. So, if you want to go order them, check out their Instagram, Sprinkle by MG, or visit the website, sprinklebymg.com. Really, thank you, Melissa, for even asking me if I wanted some. But yeah, I'm happy that you did this. I wish that you would have done it years ago, because I think that it would have been like, you know how She by Sheree became a big thing, and the, your song on display became a big thing. Like if you would have done this on the show, it probably would have blew up. But very smart woman, and you're showing Teresa that you can take a dig and profit off of that. That's kind of like a Candy Burris thing. You know what Phaedra did? Like, Phaedra accused Candy of having a sex dungeon, and then Candy launched a tour called the Sex Dungeon, which was really successful. So congratulations, Melissa, and once again, thank you so much for thinking about me. Hearts to you. All right, guys. So let's get this episode started, all right? Because it's all about Housewives, all right? This is going to be a visual show, so if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, I highly recommend heading over to my YouTube page to watch this episode. Here's what we're covering. The Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 16 trailer is finally here, and we're going to watch it together. And you'll never guess who's returning to the Real Housewives of Orange County, all right? So let's get this podcast started. Doom. All right, so the Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 16 trailer is finally here. A fucking year later. Well, not really. They did start filming in May, and they ended like around maybe July or August. But it's been so long since they wrapped production, but they finally released the season 16 cast photo along with the trailer. So here's the cast photo. It's hideous. I know. Isn't it ugly? It's really one of the ugliest cast photos I've ever seen. I don't get the theme of it. Like, they're climbing stairs. Where are they going? Why are they climbing stairs? I don't know. Something is just, I just don't like it. I don't like the fact that the one girl on the very end, like next to Shamia, she's like leaning off the ladder. She looks like she's about to fall. And then it looks like the other girl is like about to fall on the other side of the photo. She's about to fall as well. Like, where's the security? Like, where's the security harness at? It's very confusing. I don't like the cast photo. Not at all whatsoever. But obviously, Kenya Moore is obviously absent from the photo. I'm not sure why she was not included on the cast photo. We all know that she had to leave the show in the middle of the season. We're unclear if she was fired, if it was her choice. What she said on the Tamron Hall show is that it was her choice to leave the show. But what reports are saying is that she was suspended for the rest of the season for exposing some type of explicit photo of one of the new cast members, which is Breedy Edie. Now, Breedy is the one in the, I don't want to say leopard, because leopard is dots, but in the, is leopard dots? Yeah, leopard. No, cheetahs. No, leopard is stripes and cheetah is dot. Where is JT at? This is why I need JT on the show, because I don't fucking know what the leopard is. Anyways, she's the one on the opposite side, not the one who's like leaning off the ladder, but the one climbing up the stairs, like leaning down. Like she's gonna break her ankle. Like, why are you trying to fall down the stairs? I don't get this fucking photo shoot. I really don't. I will say I do like Portia's dress. Portia is looking bad in the middle. Phaedra, I don't know if I like Phaedra's dress that much, but I'm confused of why Phaedra's in the cast photo when she only was filming for 2 weeks at the end of the season. At the top, Drew is at the top, which not a bad dress, Drew, like the dress. And then the woman next to Drew, I think her name is Angela. That dress, she looks very, really good. She's very, very pretty. Shamia, what the fuck are you wearing? Like, what in the love and hip hop? What is going on? Shamia, you look like you were on that show, Hit the Floor. You know, remember that VH1 show, Hit the Floor? Like, you giving Hit the Floor, Cheetah Girls 3, Love and Hip Hop, Dance Moms. Like, what are you wearing? Ugh. Anyways, back to Kenya. So, I'm not sure why Kenya is not included in the cast photo. To me, I think that Kenya is getting the Kim Zolciak treatment. Member on season 5 of Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kim was absent from that photo shoot as well. She filmed 7 episodes and she was a full-time peach holder. She had a tagline and everything, but she was not included in the photo shoot. So maybe Kenya is getting this Kim Zolciak treatment because she left the show early. All right, so let's watch the trailer. This is similar. This is going to be kind of similar to my reaction videos. Remember when I used to do reaction videos on YouTube back in the day? It's been a long time since I've done them. And, you know, I'm testing the waters. I'm seeing if I should do reaction videos again. That's why this episode is a little weird. I'm doing like a YouTube edit as well, cutting some of my sentences and putting it together. It's a YouTube edit. So for those who are listening, like I mentioned earlier, it's best if you watch this episode on YouTube, because it will sound and look a lot better, especially if we're gonna be watching the trailer together. So how can you listen to a trailer? So watch me on YouTube, bitches. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you listeners bitches, but you know I'm playing with you. I'm hoping that I can actually watch this trailer with you guys, and because of the software that I'm recording this podcast on, I eliminate the background noise. So that's why if you're a frequent listener to my podcast, when I laugh, the laugh sounds a little weird, the audio's a little weird, or if I say something high pitched, the audio cuts it out. It's because it eliminates the background noise. So I'm going to try to play the trailer, and try to have that audio included in this video. But if not, I'll just have the Bravo audio. You just won't get my audio if I talk over it. But you'll see my reaction as I'm watching it. We're going to watch it together, all right? So I guess this is my welcome back to my reaction videos. All right, guys, let's watch this trailer.
Cinderella gotta wake the hell up. Soft life is over. You are a low-down, dirty individual. You can be the sweetest peach in the orchard, but not everybody can handle the juice. This season on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Hey!
That big booty.
Whatever you would like. I'm back, baby! Round of applause! Ice cream.
Look at that elevator.
I played the underdog when I could outshine the best of them. I'm serving face. I'm serving body. I'm a Barbie. Oh, yes. You have a sex in the engine?
Put your leg down. That's a little too much.
People would describe me as a good time. A little spicy, a little feisty. You were trolling me, bitch. I was giving you what you was coming for.
I am married to NBA legend Charles Oakley.
She's
Let me
beautiful.
make this clear. I'm married to a celebrity. My DMs are flooded.
I'm twirling on my haters. Want a party? Let's go. And it don't have to be a twerk. I mean, I can twerk.
It's all about the money. You could fight me for a
The best thing about girls trips is the camaraderie.
You know what a point of reference is? You cut me off, Portia.
Can we just put a button in this because we have the Prime Minister coming?
Drama.
Hi. This is the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Read the room.
I'm reading the room.
Ooh.
You're not.
You should be ready whenever. Whoa. Because you already know it's coming.
Dennis is serving as my executive producer.
Dennis?
You think I'm banging Drew?
Yes or no? So who is this hoe?
Britt Edie is her name.
It couldn't go any lower.
She thinks this is okay.
That was Kenya's choice to twirl on down to hell. I don't think she came back out. Now, I heard something about Charles. She
she's talking about my husband. And then she was like, you know what? I should Charles.
If you don't take it on back with that 99 nose, don't do that.
Okay, Flavor Flav.
Why did you guys even get a divorce?
He took almost $500,000.
Oh,
Not Flavor Flav.
Frauding, the scamming. It makes you think how much of it was real.
I'm trying to make music so that I can buy Rolls Royce because I heard yours might be repo soon.
I just had an ectopic pregnancy. That was the scariest thing ever. You got to watch the dog that brings the bone.
I would like to express the things that have hurt me in our friendship. You're young. Am I boring you?
Not Shania versus
Coming
Portia.
in with grenades. Woo! Lord have mercy. Go down. Yep. And now you blowing the movie up. Juicy. Lisa!
All right, let me pull up the cast photo because I can remember some of the storylines. All right, so that was a trailer. I mean, it was. I watched it. This wasn't my initial reaction to the trailer. I watched the trailer earlier. But this is my second time watching the trailer. It was a little underwhelming. To me, it was all over the place. It wasn't really put together. Like, it didn't really tell a story. It didn't really show any of the storylines that would be revealed this season. I think that they were just trying to introduce all the new characters to us. All right. So I'm looking at the cast photo, if you see me looking over here. So the only person returning from last season, which is season 15, is Drew Sidor. And Kenya Moore, of course. By the way, even though, we don't know what her status is on the show, whether she's full-time, part-time, friend of, just making cameos, she was really absent from the trailer, that Kenya Moore. And so was Drew Sidor. They didn't really show that much of Drew as much until she was working with Portia's ex-husband, Dennis. But where was Drew? So anyways, Drew is the only person returning from last season. As we all know, Candy, Sheree, Marlo, Sonia, and Kenya. Well, okay, let me just stop saying Kenya. Anyway, they all are no longer on the show, and Drew's the only person who returned from last season. And then they brought back Portia. Now, I think that this was a much needed move for Portia, especially now that she's divorcing Simon Guacamole. I can't say his last name, so I just say Guacamole. It's something with a G. But since she's divorcing Simon Guacamole, and in the trailer we see that Portia is talking to her mom about the divorce, and the mom is saying, that, we don't know whether he was scamming people, doing drugs. We don't know how he's getting money in. Because, Simon is here illegally, I think. JT and I talked about this on season 1 of the podcast when Portia filed for divorce. Simon is facing a ton of charges and is also facing getting deported from America. So Portia is claiming that she probably didn't know about all the illegal activity that he had done recently and has done in the past 30 years. So in that scene that we saw her talking to her mother, I'm assuming that that's what they're talking about. Now let's go to the new people. So Shamia is Portia's best friend. We've seen Shamia on the show several times. She was a friend for season 8 and maybe season 10. And then I don't know how come she never came back on the show, but then she came to one of the reunions. She came to a season 9 reunion, which is really weird because she wasn't really a friend of that season. But she came on season 9 and her and Phaedra bumped heads. Anyway, Shamia is now a peach holder, and I do not like this outfit that she has on. It's really disturbing. Why did you decide to wear this to your cast photo? This is your first time holding a fucking peach, and this is the outfit that you decided to wear? You're just a hoochie mama. You're just a ratchet hoochie mama. Everyone else is in gowns, and you're in booty shorts with thigh-high boots on. And your boobs and stomach are showing. And you look like Fantasia. No shade, no tease, Fantasia. You're a beautiful woman. But I don't like that short hair. I don't like the haircut on, especially now with that outfit. I don't know, Shamia. It's just not it. I'm not really a fan of yours either. I think that you're probably a nice woman, but how they edit you on the show or how you acted on the show in the past, this didn't make me become a fan of you. I thought that you just did a lot for the cameras. You did things to make sure that you will be in a scene. This is just my interpretation of you from the last couple episodes or seasons that you were in. I can't say this. Can I say this? I won't say it. Never mind. Okay, let me think how I can say this. So, I know someone who knows Shamia, and they have actually been feeding me. No, that sounds bad if I say that. I don't know this person. This person knows me. He's a fan of mine. And he's close to Shamia. So I actually found out she was full-time because this person told me a year ago. And I don't think I brought it up on the podcast because he was saying that, he needed, he was just confiding in me some things or telling me some things. And, I didn't want to ruin my sources. But I told him, I don't like your friend. I don't like her. And he's like, trust me, she's going to be different this season. I don't see anything different. She was shown a lot in this trailer that we watched, and she annoyed me. I mean, granted, I don't know if you guys heard me in the audio. I'm not sure if the audio picked up on what I was saying when I was watching the trailer. But when she was in that elevator, baby, that elevator in that house was sick. It was sick. Oh, it looked good. Too small for me, though. I'm claustrophobic. If I'm going to be in something like so small like that, and going down like a moving operation, I need it to be a little wide. But that was a dope ass elevator. Oof! I always wanted to go in an elevator in a house. I've never been in an elevator in a home before, other than my apartment building, but never in like a private home. Have you guys? I've never been in an elevator before in a house ever, and I wonder how that is. I mean, I wonder how useful it is too. I mean, homes don't have 50 stairs in the house. So, I can only imagine that you're only using the elevator for when you're showing off to your friends, or if you are in a wheelchair, or you're, have a ton of groceries that you don't feel like lifting, or you have something heavy that you don't feel like lifting up and down the stairs. But having an elevator in a home is such a flex. And especially an elevator that look like hers. Whew, that is such a flex. But Shamia, your outfit and you are not a flex. Sorry. I hope that I will like you this season. I do. I hope that you're not going to be annoying. I figured that when you joined the show, that the producers, listen here. This is why if I ever join a show, I'm not bringing a friend or a family member on the show, because producers will put you two against each other. So I kind of figured that you and Portia would bump heads, and that was shown in the trailer as well. I wonder if that's a permanent friction, or if you guys bumped head and made up. Because I don't follow you, Shamia, and Portia blocked me. She blocked my blog page. So I don't know if you two hang out, but I haven't seen pictures of you and Portia hanging out. I seen you and Phaedra hanging out, which is kind of so crazy to me because of just the fallout that you guys had years ago. But yeah. All right, let's talk about the new people. I'm talking too much about Fantasia 2.0. So let's start with the girl who is falling off the ladder. So I got my notes because I don't know these people. So the one falling off the ladder, her name is Kelly Farrell. All right. Kelly is a chef, and she's been featured on many cooking shows on the Food Network. And she also has a couple of restaurants in Atlanta. I wonder if they're as good as Candy restaurants. Her and the other girl, Brittany Eady. Now, Brittany is the one who's walking up the stairs, who's about to break her back and break her ankle because she wants to fall down the stairs. That's her over there. They look like sisters. They look alike, right? They favor a lot. I don't know if it's because if they're the same height, the same build, but they look like they be sisters or cousins. But you can talk about Brittany. Now, Brittany is the ex-girlfriend of Rick Ross. And she's also best friends with Jennifer Williams from Basketball Wives. Now, Brittany is a woman that Kenya showed in this explicit photo in her salon, her opening of the salon. And we saw that in the trailer too. She said, "Who is this hoe?" Kenya! And I have the nerve to say you didn't show anything explicit. I need to see that. That needs to be in the premiere episode. What did you show? And did you see Portia and Cynthia? Portia and Cynthia was not phased in that scene. But if you look at everyone else, if you look at Kelly and Angela and Drew, their mouth was like, because they're not used to Kenya. Especially, Drew. I don't think Drew and Kenya ever filmed together. So those women aren't used to Kenya. Portia and Cynthia, they're used to her antics. They were not phased. Cynthia was just like, oh, child. And then Portia was just like, same old Kenya. All right, let's talk about the other new woman, Angela. That's the one in the cheetah or the leopard print? JT, I don't know which one. I said JT. I meant to say, you all, I don't know. I'm so used to doing this with JT. I don't know what cheetah and leopard, if they're two different prints, but that's the one behind Portia, across from Drew. Now, Angela is a wife of former basketball player Charles Oakley. I don't know these basketball players. I don't know who Charles Oakley is, but I'm assuming he's a big baller. And he used to date Sheree back in the day. So that's why I'm surprised that Sheree got fired, because Angela's husband is Sheree's ex-boyfriend. Sheree has a type, because Bob looks like Charles Oakley. Now, Charles is not ugly like Bob. Like, both his eyes are straight. Bob is cockeyed, so one eye's going up here, and they'll. Shout out to all my listeners and followers who are cockeyed. No shade. I'm not throwing no shade towards you guys, to your cockeyed community. But Bob is ugly for that reason. Is that mean? Oh, well. So I'm surprised that they didn't bring Sheree back, even though it probably is no tension between Sheree and Angela. But if they can do it on Married to Medicine, if they bring Prune Juice, Sweet Tea, and her husband, Dr. G, on Quad Show, why can't they do it on Atlanta Housewives, if you know what I'm saying? To me, if I was a producer, I definitely would have been stirring the pot by adding Angela and Sheree on the same season. But I think that Angela may, and I hate to be, judging her based off her demeanor, off of pictures and off this trailer, but she may be that girl. She may be the Kenya of this season. She gives me that vibe. She gives me, don't fuck with me. Look at her face. She's saying, I am not to be fucked with. That face, I will not want to fuck with that person. Does that make sense? I don't want to judge her based off of just her look. But yeah. But is that everybody? Yeah, because Phaedra, they only showed her for 2 seconds at the very end, but yes, she's in a cast photo. Make it make sense. It makes no fucking sense. And where is Drew? Like, I just can't believe that Drew is a full-time peach holder, but they only showed her for like 30 seconds as well. This trailer was really sloppy. It really was sloppy, just like this cast photo. Sloppy. Am I making sense? Right? I don't know what else to say. I'm trying to think what else. Am I missing something? Where's Kenya? You guys remember when I used to say, where's Phaedra? Where's Kenya? Like, she's really is getting the Kim Zolciak treatment. I do think that Kenya, I'm sorry guys, I'm looking at the cast photo, I have the image over here. If I do think that Kenya will be a full-time peach holder. I do believe she will have a tagline, even though her scenes, like Drew, were limited to maybe like 10 to 30 seconds. But I think that Kenya filmed a lot not to be full-time. So I do think that she would be in the first 5 to 6 episodes. Do I think that she will be at their reunion? I think if they offer her, if they welcome her to the reunion, I do see her attending the reunion, because let's call a spade a spade. Kenya wants to be back on the show, So I think that Kenya will come to the reunion, and if she feels a need to be apologetic, she will be apologetic or apologizing to Brittany for offending her, and to the audience and to Bravo, because she wants that peach back for season 17. But if she may not feel like she's in the wrong, she may not come to that reunion, and she might truly be done with Atlanta Housewives. So I don't know if this season will be good. I am being optimistic. I love getting to know new people. I think that new people do make the show, like they do. It does help the show being refreshed and rejuvenated. But I'm hoping that it doesn't have the RHONY effect. Because no shade, no tea, Portia and Phaedra are not headliners. They cannot lead a show. They can't. So they will have to collectively work with their co-stars to make this a good show. Portia and Phaedra is no Nene. They're no Bethany. They're no Lisa Vanderpump. They're no Jen Shaw. They can't lead a show. They're followers. Portia and Phaedra, Drew, and Shamia with her booty shorts are all followers. So we'll see. We'll see what this season gives. But I'm here for it. I'm excited for it. And I will be watching. So, The Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16 premieres on March 9th at 8/7 Central on Bravo. Ooh, this feels like me doing a reaction video. Oh my God, I'm getting deja vu. Do you guys remember those when I used to do those at the very end? I would say that and then it would cut to my theme song because I had my theme song play at the end of my videos. Yeah. All right, so let's go from Atlanta to Orange County. I don't know if you guys saw, but there is some big news coming out of Orange County. Gretchen Rossi is officially back for the season 19 of Orange County. And that's right, she's back. She's been gone for over a decade, and they have decided to bring Gretchen back in the mix. And I honestly did not have this on my 2025 bingo card. I didn't know that they're even thinking about bringing her back whatsoever, especially since Alexis had such a bad comeback last season. Even though I think that Gretchen would be a lot better, is a better choice than Alexis. But yeah, I had no idea that they were even asking her. So production started earlier this week. And I can just guarantee you that Gretchen is about to come in hot and ready to stir up some mess because let's be real, she has to. This is Orange County Housewives, not a retirement home. All right. If you're going to come back after 10 years, you better come back to work, baby. You know, she ain't going to pull an Alexis. She is going to, I guarantee you, Gretchen is going to be riding on the right team. She's going to be right next to Shannon, right next to Emily, right next to Gina, and she's going to be coming at Tamara. Promise you. I promise you. So if you are new to Orange County or you just forgot about who Gretchen is, let me give you a quick refresher. So Gretchen joined Orange County Housewives in season 4 as a young, blonde, fun-loving woman. She was engaged to a much older man who was battling cancer. And when she joined the show, the other women, Vicky and Tamara, hated her from the jump and really was accusing her of being a gold digger. But Gretchen stood her ground. All right. She stood her ground against those women. She proclaimed her love for that old man. And he ended up dying, FYI. He ended up dying from cancer. But she stood her ground. Do you guys remember when I think the old man was still alive, that when she flirted with Tamara's son? Do you remember that on the episode? She was pissy drunk and she took Tamara's son upstairs and, correct me if I'm wrong, either she flirted with him, because I don't think it was shown on camera. I think it was like a hot mic moment. I think they only got the audio. Either she flirted with him and she gave him a blowjob, or she just flirted with him. But do you remember that? And I think that the old man was still alive. But that was a mess. Gretchen was just a mess. So after her fiance passed away, she met Slade. Now Slade was also dating, I think this was her second housewife that he dated. He dated Joey. Now Joey was in the first 3 seasons of Orange County Housewives. And so now we're in season 6 and he started to date Gretchen. And before there was a Tamara and Eddie, there was Gretchen and Slade. They were the original Tamara and Eddie. And it's look, I know Slade is so happy to come back because Slade had more debt than screen time. Do you remember? He was in so much debt, child support. He was in so much debt. So I know he's excited to come back. And then you remember when Gretchen proposed to Slade? It was either season 8 or season 9. So Gretchen got fired after that proposal. So I can't remember if it was in season 8 or season 9, but she proposed to Slade. She rented a helicopter. She got on one knee and she proposed to Slade. And they're still together, engaged. They are still together. All right. They have not, got married. They do have a kid or 2. I do know that. And I don't know what the holdup is, but 10 years later, they are still engaged. So I know a lot of you are probably wondering what made Gretchen decide to come back to Orange County after all these years. And if it was up to me to guess, I would have to assume 1, she wants to be relevant. She wants a check and she has unfinished business with Tamara Judge. You know, she hates Tamara. She hates Tamara. All right. Bravo is always looking for new ways to keep the show, from falling flat. So they try to bring back familiar faces like they did last year with Alexis. And now they're trying to see if the show will stay fresh with Gretchen. Even though a lot of fans like myself did not like Alexis, the drama with Alexis did keep the show good. And if it makes sense, we all hated her, but the drama was good to watch on TV. And so I think that Gretchen returning will definitely make people start talking. And Gretchen does need a platform because what else is she doing too? Besides selling handbags and appearing on Marriage Boot Camp, she has nothing else going on for herself. Like she has not been back on TV. Well, she was on Ultimate Girls Trip for the one season that they did not air thanks to B. Diddy, aka Brandy Glanville. I call her B. Diddy because she sexually assaulted Caroline Manzo. So that season, that's the season that Gretchen was on. So that never got to air. But besides that, she has nothing else. She's not relevant at all. And like I said, Gretchen's coming back because she wants to really feud with Tamara. She hates Tamara. She thinks that she was fired from Orange County Housewives after season 8 because of Tamara. And every interview that Gretchen has, she's always bashing Tamara. So she's coming back for unfinished business. Now, I don't know who she really is going to be filming with. I don't know who is friends with Gretchen because I don't follow her. She follows me on Instagram. I saw that the other day. When this announcement was made, I went to go on her Instagram page and it says follow back. I'm like, oh, Gretchen follows me. Well, how about that? Isn't that cute? I'm not going to follow you back, Gretchen, because even though I did watch you years ago, I don't remember if I like you or not. So I'll wait to see how you are this season to follow you back. But I don't know who you're friends with. But from what I heard, Heather Dubrow, Shannon Bedore, and Tamara Judge, they maybe are all friends with Tamara. Tamara posted, I'm sorry. Maybe they're all friends with Gretchen. Sorry, I'm just saying Alexis. It's late, people. It's late on a Wednesday night. It's so late at night. What was I saying? So I don't know who Gretchen's filming with. I don't know who she's friends with. But Tamara did post this shady tweet the other day. Here she uploaded this picture to Twitter. She said, I guess it's time to dust off those friendship bracelets. My bestie's back. 15 seasons, longest running housewife. I know Tamara is planning her takedown right now. And you know what? She's been waiting for this moment too. Tamara stays ready. I don't like Tamara, but Tamara stays ready. She is so ready for Gretchen to come back. And I don't even know if Gretchen even knows Shannon the Bodor. Shannon's probably like, who is Gretchen and why are you even here? But I am excited for Gretchen to come back. I want to see how she fits in with this circle of friends. But to me, if Gretchen was going to come back, I think they should have kept Alexis. As annoying as Alexis was, I think that they should have kept Alexis because remember, Alexis and Gretchen didn't like each other either. So me being a fan of the old Orange County, 10 years later in 2025, I would have liked to see if Alexis and Gretchen have made up. I would like to see if they kept in touch over these years, But yeah, so Gretchen's back. So are you guys excited about her coming back, or do you think that Bravo is just, reaching and just pulling random people at this point? What do you think? Let me know. And by the way, the entire cast from last season, minus Alexis, is returning. So yeah, it's going to be a full cast, and I can't wait to watch. That's all I have for you guys today. I don't have much for you guys. I hope that you don't mind this YouTube edit that I did. Usually if you guys are frequent listeners, it's really raw. I don't edit the podcast. I don't just take sentences out, but I'm mushing sentences together. I'm practicing something. I'm just testing the waters for something, for future projects potentially. And so I just want to see how you guys respond to this type of edit, Well, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hopefully I wasn't talking too fast. Hopefully the audio was sounding good and clear. And hopefully you guys were able to follow my conversation. So thank you all so much for taking the time to listen to this episode. And I will speak to you next Friday. Take care, everyone. Bye.